Say what needs to be said. It's your host, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Sammy. We're in the building tonight, vibing out, baby. Monday night vibes. How we feeling, man? If y'all ain't seen, man, Twitter has been going crazy. Let me know in the chat. Y'all can hear me clearly. Everything is copacetic. You know, throw the 2-2 up, deuce, deuce. Let me know y'all hear me good. But as y'all see, man, a picture is worth a lot of words. As simple as that. A picture is worth a lot of words, man. And that's crazy, man. But in today's show and tonight's show, man, we're going to talk about T. Higgins, man, and what he had to go through, man, to get that deal, being under the franchise tag. And of course, we're going to talk about Shannon Sharp, Deion Sanders, and myself. And it still goes on, man. And we want to talk about greatness, the greatest ever. All these big words, all these superficial words and things like that, the greatest ever, man. And yeah, man, let's get into this thing, man, real quick, man. Let's talk about this right here. Uh T. Higgins, man. If y'all ain't know, man, T. Higgins was tagged and he was tagged again. You know what I mean? But they got everything done. But I want to let y'all know a little inside scoop about being franchise tagged. And listen, not too many people experience getting hit with the franchise tag. Let me tell you, that feeling is not a good feeling at all. It may sound good, the franchise tag, you are the franchise player, but it is not a good feeling. Let me tell you, the reality of it, of the feeling is when you get franchise, you feel like you're being held hostage. You feel like there's no appreciation. You know what I mean? It's just business, but they want us to feel and think that we are family. We are confused. We're franchised. We're confused. We don't know what this means. Do they like us? Do they want me? And lastly, we are not signing a new contract with a big signing bonus like all the other free agents. In T. Higgins' situation, like all the other receivers. You know what I mean? And that's how it feels. You sitting there, they're saying you're tagged for this amount of money. But meanwhile, all your comrades, all your peers, everybody signing their big contracts. The lottery ticket is right there, but guess what? We're franchise, right? And T. Higgins had to settle a little bit. I ain't gonna say suffer. I wanted to say suffer, but he had to settle a little bit because of this franchise tag thing that I want to talk to y'all about. You know what I mean? And like I say, the lottery is one signature away. You right there. You've been waiting your whole life to sign that contract, but you're held back by the franchise tag, right? And you hope you hope that's you only get franchise 1 year. That's the hope. That's the feeling that everyone is hoping for once you get the franchise, right? And that's why I'm happy the way I handled my franchise tag. And I'll let y'all know. We'll talk about that in another story. I talked about it plenty of times. If y'all don't know, I was franchised, but I fought to not be franchised no more, only 1 year. You know what I mean? And if y'all don't know what the franchise tag or understand what the franchise tag, it is simply a tool used by teams to retain a player without having a negotiated contract after their contract has expired and they're about to become a free agent. Then they take the top five average of the five salaries from that past season at that position, and you come up with an average, and that is the franchise tag. And in this case, for T. Higgins, his franchise tag was 26.2 million for 2025, right? It sounds like a lot of money. It is a lot of money. In the football world, as a receiver, you know what I mean? Last season he was tagging, he finished the season strong, and I think the franchise tag was like 22 million last year, right? So it goes up and it goes up and it goes up, right? And then and after thugging it out that past season, right, with the first franchise, T. Higgins, you know what I mean? He's under pressure. He's under pressure because he franchise tag again. He didn't fight to not get franchise tag again, right? And now the pressure's on, and everybody's pressuring him to sign this team-friendly contract. You know what I mean? When things could have been different on the free agent market. All T. Higgins had to do was thug it out, find some type of leverage, some way, the same way I did with Bill Belichick. I flew right in. I didn't let nobody know. I let them know I wasn't abiding by no rules, nothing. I wasn't doing none of that. You know what I mean? And I need this contract to be fixed the way I need it to be fixed. However, you got to get it done. You know what I mean? And T. Higgins, we all know, signed a 4-year, $115 million contract to stay in Cincinnati. And guess what else? Not only to stay in Cincinnati, the thing that he didn't want most, stay in Cincinnati and be the number 2 receiver behind Jamar Chase. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all feeling uh, T. Higgins being the number 2 receiver. You know what I mean? And based on the contract details that we're going to get into, based on the contract details, T. Higgins agreed and he accepted the role of being the number 2 guy on the team. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think I couldn't accept it. I couldn't have dealt with that. I couldn't accept that. I would have had to make a change. You understand what I mean? So he accepted that. He's going to be the number 2 guy, and he's fine with that. So that stigma will follow him for the rest of his career, right? Now, contract details, right? Signing bonus. Yep. So, like I said, the details reported it was a 4-year, $115 million contract, but the raw details, when you get into the details of the contract and the real money, the guaranteed money, T. Higgins got $30 million guaranteed upon signing the contract. But that's a little misleading, right? And y'all follow me, y'all stay with me, right? Because I'm leading up to something, I'm building up to something, right? But they say he got $30 million guaranteed when he signed. But like I said, it's a little misleading. Now, if you look at these details that I got here up here on the screen, right? He gets $34 million in 2025, $15 million $15 million signing bonus prorated. That means like he probably got $5 million when he signed, another $5 million after the season, then another $5 million during the offseason. Something, that's how they prorate. $5 million, not prorated. So you get that, at the roster bonus. The $100,000 workout, 13.8 million salary, then plus the $2 million incentive. So that all that equals to round about $34 million, right? And that's $8 million more than the franchise tag would have been, right? In 2025. Like I said, it would have been, the franchise tag was $26 million. This is $34 million, right? Then for 2026, he has a fully guaranteed contract, right? Or pretty much fully guaranteed, unless they want to release T. Higgins and still pay him $10 million. But I don't see that happening, especially in the first 2 seasons, first 2 years. That's when they expect the most production out of you. That's when you got your most guarantees and all that thing, all that good stuff. And he will make around $57 million in the first 2 years of the contract. Do y'all think that is good? Now, y'all know what Jamar Chase signed for. Y'all know what CeeDee Lamb for, Justin Jefferson. All these guys signed for a lot of money, right? Now, if you think about it, right? And that's the rest of it. Now, if you think about it, T. Higgins played this season. If T. Higgins played this season under the franchise tag, right, already, then he then he get hit with a third franchise tag, right? His salary would jump from 26 million to around 34 million. So the first year he's franchised 22, second year 26, then the third year would be about $34 million, making that a total of the last 2 years of the franchise. The last 2 years of the franchise would have been 26 and 34, making that a grand total of $60 million in 2 seasons. And that's how you're supposed to look at contracts when you're negotiating contracts. I'm teaching y'all right now. Y'all better listen up, get a pen and paper if y'all, you know what I mean? If you aspiring to be an agent, you know what I mean? I'm giving you some notes, take some notes. But that's how you negotiate a contract. Regardless of what this team want to do, I'm guaranteed about $60 million in the next 2 seasons. So you're supposed to get at least $60 million in the first 2 seasons of this new contract when he only got 57, right? And $60 million would be like, I'm giving the home time discount, right? At the end of the day, that franchise tag will put that pressure on you. And T. Higgins ran out of patience. And that feeling of not having no security, that contract, that new contract that you see everyone have, then you have to factor in the pressure from the agent. Y'all don't realize that the agent want to get the deal done to, have all this publicity, get the notoriety and all that stuff. But ultimately, that agent wants that 3% commission, 2% or whatever it is, because agents can't really collect any fees on a franchise tag. That's the T right there. You feel me? The agent, so now, you understand. The agent is the one that's putting all this pressure on these kids and these young men to sign these deals when they franchise, because the agents ain't getting no money. They don't get a part of that. So the person you're supposed to trust to help guide you to get the biggest deal possible is pressuring you to sign this lackluster deal because they want to get paid. But on the other hand, having that security of a new contract gives some peace of mind. It gives you some peace of mind, at least temporarily, right? But it would have been no question that I'm thugging it out for another season, so I can go be be a number one guy on another team and secure that bag. About $60 million more, 4-year, $165 million, to 4-year, $170 million, just like the partner Jamar Chase did, and the numbers go up. And automatically you hit that free agent market. The team is signing you as a number one guy. You don't have to worry about being number two. But whatever floats your boat, sometimes, you got to go with the flow and things like that. But I don't think he really wanted to do that. And I know that agent was putting that pressure on that young man to get that done. The franchise tag is a tough battle to fight, man. When teams are allowed the franchise players up to 3 seasons, that shit is just painful, man. I'm telling you, that shit is painful. I cried on the phone when Bill Belichick told me he was franchising me. I literally cried because I thought he didn't like me. Like, what is this all about? I didn't understand the business. You know what I mean? I broke down. But hey, I got through it, made that money, signed my new deal. So it all kind of worked out. You know what I mean? Let me see what y'all talking about. Ben Jones in the comments, man. Leave a top 3 quarterback. Go as Tyreek Hill. How is he feeling? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Duran in the building. Ben Jones in the building. But we got to get into what we all came here for and what has been going viral. It all started from the T-step. This all transpired from comments that I felt like was disrespectful. You saying anybody do this T-step stuff, what idiot does that? And, that was the quote that Deion Sanders said. And I took offense by that because I'm a T-step king. I pride myself in T-step, you know what I mean? But Twitter is a whole nother world, and social media is a whole nother world. And I know people if you don't know me, you don't understand. You just probably see me as a crazy person, man. If you don't know me personally, you may think my tweets come off as anger or bitter or something. You know what I mean? People don't know me. You're just reading through the social media. But please don't think like that. I just love to talk my shit. You know what I mean? But people, what I come to realize, whether it's in person, on social media, anywhere, people are very, very sensitive out here in these social media streets, man. And it's been a big uproar about this Deion situation, about the technique part, about the career, who had a better career, and everyone's mad because I posted a picture and we have the same stats, and I have less amount of games played than him. You know what I mean? People seeing that post that I posted on Twitter for the first time, and they couldn't stand to see it. Couldn't believe their eyes. Why is it when we compare greats, you know what I mean? All the greats all over. You take football, you can take basketball, but we're gonna stay in football. We take the quarterbacks, the receivers, the running backs, and so on. What do we look at to compare them? We look at the numbers. Whether it's the amount of Super Bowls won, passing yards, rushing yards, whatever, how many sacks they took. We look at the numbers. Plus games won, whatever, you know what I mean? Any other metrics. But at cornerback is the only position where people can make you be the best or the greatest without doing it without the numbers. You know what I mean? Cornerback is the only position where they can make you great without the numbers. And that's weird to me. We are the fans, just in general, the world, have to wait for the media to tell everybody who's the greatest or who's great instead of people looking at the numbers and doing their homework and basically doing your due diligence and seeing who is the best. Now, as we sit here in the day, y'all rock with me, chat. Y'all talk to me. You feel me? Shannon Sharp, Mr. Shannon Sharp, and everybody else in the world. Y'all think I'm just supposed to sit here and believe? Y'all think I'm just supposed to sit here and believe that Deion Sanders, aka Prime Time, is the greatest corner to ever live, and basically no one could ever be better than him? That's basically what y'all saying. Y'all want me to believe that he's the greatest corner to ever live, and nobody shows proof of anything in the past, in the history, his stats. You could show some highlights of what he did, and it looks pretty and whatnot. Yeah, I give him that. But y'all want me to believe he's the greatest player to ever live and the greatest cornerback to ever live, and nobody can ever be better than him? Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm from Lauderdale. I don't know where everybody else from, but I'm from Lauderdale. We don't get down like that. We don't get down like that. If you're the best, show me you the best. I can show you how I'm the best. I can show you how I'm the best. Now let's check this out.
Deion played 188 games, 53 interceptions, 3 playoff interceptions, 2 Super Bowls. Asante, 51 interceptions, 7 playoff career interceptions, 2 Super Bowls. 50-plus interceptions, 94 pass. Please stop saying they don't throw his way. Asante, I love you, bro. I love you. I think you're phenomenal.
Yes.
But you're not in Time's realm.
Oh, Lord.
That's not even close.
It's way lost.
You're not. Nobody will ever say Asante Samuel and Deion Sanders in the same breath. You were fabulous. That's the greatest corner to ever put on pads and a helmet.
This is crazy.
The lockdown, where do you think this term came from?
Talk about numbers. Say something about stats.
Where do you think that term came? Ocho, do you realize where that term came from?
Yeah.
The cover corner, the shutdown corner, the cover one side of the field. When he took sometimes people like, when I say Time locked it down, there was no safety in the hole. So if you ran the post, go back and look when he picked it on Rocket Ismail. He got him man to man.
Yeah.
They threw a post with nobody in the hole.
Yeah.
Time ran, jumped over the top of him and picked it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Put the ball up and came back this way with it. Asante, you are fabulous.
Yeah.
You're not Time, man. You can put all these stats up. Bro, you're not Time. I get it. Your technique, you said the T-step worked for you. Good. Ocho and I are trying to explain what we try to do is we try to eliminate wasted motion. Okay, you felt that the T-step would serve you better than to start the back pedal because everybody is up underneath them and come forward. You felt the T-step gave you that a bigger burst. No problem. Clearly it worked. You were a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
You won Super Bowls. You got 50-plus interceptions.
Yes, sir.
You're just not Time, and it's okay.
Yeah, I think I like.
Man, I can't do nothing but laugh. I can't do nothing but laugh. Unc sit up here and got up here and talk all that trash and tell me what I'm not. But he said we could sit up here and post all these numbers and all these stats, but I'm not Prime. What are we talking about here? Shannon Sharp, let me get you straight. Let me get Shannon Sharp straight. Come to the table, say what needs to be said. You know we gonna say it. Lauderdale in the building, baby. We gotta talk that shit. You know what I mean? You said nobody will ever say Asante Samuel and Deion Sanders' name in the same breath. Yeah, that's what you said, right? And that's the problem. You proving my goddamn point, fool. You proving my point. You set up there right on your platform and ain't say shit. This ain't about respect. This ain't about big names. I'm simply comparing best seasons. And if you want to talk about T-breaks and technique, I'm telling you what the hell the best technique is for everybody. If you're not T-breaking, you're not getting to the ball faster than anybody else. That's T-breaking. You're probably coming up an inch short because it's a game of inches. T-break is known for a fact the fastest way to break to the ball. The biggest, make your foot the biggest part, big, to be able to have leverage and get into the ground. And like I said, this ain't about respect. This ain't about names. This about you proving that he is the greatest without telling me what they said, and he's a lockdown corner, and he locked down the field, and he didn't have a safety in the middle field. Nigga, what? The most interceptions he had in the year is 6 or 7. You understand what I'm saying? I had 6 or 7 interceptions in a year, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damn times. What we talking about here? And of course, Shannon Sharp, you're going to side with your boy Deion Sanders just out of mutual respect. And we know Deion would get mad at you if you didn't show him that respect. So that's what you have to do because you can't handle your partner getting mad at you. But how can you possibly have all these years in experience as a journalist or in journalism, plus a strong team behind you at the nightcap, and you get on your platform just to do a horrible job defending your boy Coach Prime? That was a horrible job on a big platform. And you still didn't present not one goddamn fact, not no numbers, nothing. You just prove what I'm saying. Everything is a facade. It's a perception. You perceive that he's the best. When you was young, you listened to the media. They told you he the best. He right now as a coach, he act like he the best. That don't mean he the best. The stats, the numbers have to tell you the best. Don't tell me they don't throw the ball at him when he had 94 pass breakups and 50 interceptions. What you saying? He tried, the amount of passes he got was 150 or 40, however that add up to. That's the only amount of balls he got thrown at him. The amount of interceptions he has and the amount of pass breakups. Keep talking about these goddamn plays. But it gets deeper than that. You feel me? It gets deeper than that. Because the problem is, let me tell y'all what the problem is. Why they really mad at me and they hate on me, they can't give me credit. Because they ain't never seen this shit what I did before. And I'm just being real. I ain't capping. I'm the only cornerback that can talk this shit like this because ain't nobody did it like me. Ain't nobody got the records like me. But the problem is, like I said, I did it in a very short period of time with the same amount of goddamn stats, if not better stats. That's the problem. All these players played 15 and 16 years. I played 11. And see, I'm just a professional shit talker. You, Shannon Sharp, you should be doing a good job as a journalist. Why not show the numbers, all the numbers? I'm talking about all the numbers. Because it would tell the truth. You can set that shit straight right now. You ain't got to say he was good in lockdown and they came up with lockdown and cover corner because of him. It's marketing. The NFL is a business. You got to have marketing. And I bet we won't hear from Shannon Sharp again about this, I promise you, because I'm telling him to bring up the numbers and he can't do it. His team, nobody. And if they try to shake and screw the numbers up, I know I've got all the numbers memorized. You know what I mean? But I bet we hear from Shannon Sharp again. I'm sure we won't hear from Deion either, because you can't talk these numbers with Zunt. You know what I mean? Nobody still to this day won't, and in my opinion, are scared to face me with the numbers and facts with Coach Prime. Yeah, he played offense. Yeah, he did kick return. Yeah, he intercepted the ball and had a hell of return yards. I give him that. But that don't trump everything I did. I'm talking about the impact of each interception. I'm talking about the amount of passes thrown our way. I'm talking about how many balls was caught on us, how many touchdowns we gave up, how many deep passes you know what I mean, etc. Chop all that shit, bring all that shit up. You know what, Shannon Sharp? Y'all make sure this get to Shannon Sharp right here, because I'm gonna help him do some work. I'm gonna help his team do some work. I'm gonna make this nice and easy for the nightcap You know what I mean? My dog, Ocho Cinco. Let me give my dog Ocho Cinco a shout out. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna make this real easy for you, Shannon Sharp, and your team over there at the nightcap. What you say, y'all got about 10 people y'all hired, 15 people? You got a big team. So it is easy for y'all to come up with a little research. Like I said, I'm gonna make it very easy. I'm gonna make this easy. Shannon Sharp, how about this? How about this? I'm talking about comparing numbers and comparing stats. I'm gonna make it nice and easy. You can start from my 2006 season to my 2011 season. 5 seasons. I'm gonna put up 5 seasons. You do your research on my 5 seasons, and you can pick any season you prefer from Coach Prime Deion Sanders, his whole career. You can pick many seasons you want against my 5 seasons and do your homework. My 5 seasons against his whole career playing cornerback. Yeah, big talk. This big deuce here. Yeah, don't come in talking about how good somebody was without showing the numbers and the facts, because I could show you that. Let's see what you get. My 5 seasons against his whole career. That's player shit right there. You feel me? That's player shit. 5 seasons against a nigga whole career? Can't nobody talk that shit like me, boy. You crazy, boy. Stop being brainwashed. You are brainwashed. A lot of folks are. And I'm just here to defend myself because I know I was like that. I was like that. I ended games. I changed the momentum of games from the beginning to the end. You feel me? Oh, yeah. And Shannon Sharp, let's make sure we add the playoffs in this too, because I noticed he didn't have no playoff touchdowns, and I got 4 of them. I got the record. That means a lot. In big games and taking your team to the Super Bowl, I'm picking the ball off and taking it back to the highs. You hear me? I'm picking it back and taking it to the highs. In the playoffs, 4 of them. Yeah. Now, you got 48 hours to respond, and let's see if you're going to respond in 48 hours. If you can't provide any answers, I understand. This shit too deep for you. You ain't know what you was getting yourself into. You didn't realize that the big dog pick 6, he'll talk that shit. He could walk the walk. And you talk to anybody that know me, rock with me, been on any team, boy, they'll let you know, boy, I stand on business, boy. I'm like that. You feel me? And don't take this as no beef. Please, nobody don't take this as beef. This is how I rock. This is my energy. This is how I practice every day. This is how I vibe every day. Everywhere I go, I got high energy, baby. You know what I mean? But I know what I did. You know, let me calm down a little bit for y'all. You know, I know what I did. I know the facts. I know about the impact of the plays I had during the games and the season and stuff like that. That's why I could talk like this. You know what I mean? Shannon Sharp, once again, have your team get all the analytics, analysis, metrics, whatever they need, so you could come with some facts and some real numbers. And then, until then, you're just talking to talk, homeboy. You just running that mouth with an opinion, just like everybody else, without no facts. I'm coming with facts, player, and let's see if you respond. My 5 seasons, you feel me, against his whole career. I also think the problem is, you know, honestly, I think that this is cornerback talk. This is defensive talk for y'all. You know what I mean? Everybody like to say wide receiver cornerback matchup. You feel me? Blah, 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 this and that. I also think the problem is the way I see the game as a cornerback. It's totally different than the way other people see it. You know, I'm not concentrating on the receiver when I'm out there. Like you say, the matchup, cover, corner, whatever you call it. I'm concentrating on the quarterback. That only makes more sense to me. The quarterback has the ball. You know what I mean? Most people look at the receiver and the cornerback matchup. I'm looking at Asante against this goddamn quarterback. Because he got to throw the ball my way. And when he throw the ball my way, I don't give a damn what receiver over, and I'm going to break on the ball before him. That's the difference. I'm more worried about the quarterback rather than the receiver. And that's how I played the game. The receiver can't mess with me if I can get to the ball before he does. Me using my skills to focus on the quarterback, that was the difference. Me using my skills. and focus on the quarterback. That was the difference. Nobody could do it like that. So they have to make up reasons and shit like that of how Asante was so successful. He's sitting on routes. Oh, he's 7 yards off. Oh, it was a bad pass. Look and listen to the commentators. All of them hate on me. I'm gonna bring that hate to rest. I'm gonna lay that hate to rest. I'm gonna lay that hate to rest right now. You feel me? That's why I talk that shit, because I can't have that hating going on no more. I wasn't able, I let y'all know I took the Tupac role. You understand? I wasn't all in the media. I didn't want to be all in the video and shit like that. You feel me? All I wanted was money. Fuck the fame. I'm a simple man. I took that shit literally, man. I thought the media was here to tear us down and bring us down. So I tried to stay away. But I didn't realize that shit was there to help make you bigger than life. You understand? Like Coach Prime. How the hell I just don't get it. 6, maybe 7 interceptions, the most in the season, and you trying to tell me this is supposed to be the greatest ever? It makes no sense. Make it make sense to me. And y'all know I'll shut up. Like I said, I'm giving Unc Shannon Sharp 5 seasons from 2006 to 2011. My 5 seasons against Coach Prime whole career. Now, if that ain't no G shit, y'all really biased. That's some gangster player shit right there. Niggas say 5 seasons against a whole nigga career? And he supposed to be the best ever? Boy, look it up. Y'all please look it up and help it out, man. But y'all tag Nightcap, y'all tag Shannon Sharp. But we getting busy, man. Let me get to the chat a little bit, man. Where y'all from? Where y'all tuning in to, man? How y'all doing out there? NFL matchup highlights, man. It says, let me get to the first one. Oh, we going at it in the. Let me see. He say he make matchups on YouTube from my career. All right. Shout out to NFL highlights, man. NFL highlights holding it down. He say he made some matchups of me and Brandon, the outside of sports. A few in the chat. But good vibes tonight. We just chilling. Y'all see that energy. I brought that energy out, I get crunk. I'm letting y'all know, boy. Hey, your boy get crunk. This is how I am in the field, boy, when I practice and stuff like that, man. But let me give a shout out to my boy Ocho Cinco, man. Let me tell you, Ocho Cinco is one of the hardest working people out here in this media, this nightcap situation. Let me explain to you. When you see him doing nightcap every night, he's over here with us, South Florida, with me. So he's up at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning after the game recording. That's rough, staying up and, staying energetic. While Shannon Sharp, they 3 hours behind. So he damn near be at 9 o'clock recording all, feeling good, about to go get dinner. And Ocho, he recording at 1 o'clock, staying up to 2 o'clock. Then he got to turn around and get up 6, 7 o'clock in the morning and get to his other job. Ocho Cinco got about 20 jobs, you know what I mean? Shout out to Ocho Cinco, man. Good brother right there. But yeah, man. Hey, I like that, man. But honestly, man, y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all let me know in the chat. Am I over exaggerating? Because that clip with Coach Prime talking about the T-step, and he knows nothing about it. Like the game can't advance after him. And he's saying, what idiot does that talking about the T-step? That doesn't sound a little disrespectful. You feel me? That sounds a little crazy, man. That sounds a little crazy. But Coach Prime stats, man. And if y'all ain't know, understand that Coach Prime had to come out of retirement and join Buffalo to add on a little bit more to those stats. So that's how he got the 15 years. He came out of retirement, played about 3 more years, then got a few more interceptions and stuff like that. But once again, my 5 years, my 5 seasons against his whole career, and I'm going to let it rest. Shannon Sharp, you got 48 hours to answer. You and your team, all 10 or 15 people that y'all hired over there, cutting up edits, getting your goddamn thumbnails done, goddamn it, doing all the research, goddamn it, get the Pro Football Weekly, subscribe to it, get all the matrix you need, goddamn it, so you come to war. Come to war with a debate. Cause hey, I know the impact my plays had, baby. And we're gonna leave it like that, man. You know what I mean? But hey, man, on some other news, a lot has been going on, and you got fools, and I see just so many people, dying to get on the internet and tell all their business, man. It's like no one thinks about what really can happen. And I'm bringing this up because I hope everyone is paying attention and learning from these stupid dudes, man. These stupid people on the internet just talking crazy about what they did in the streets, so they can prove how tough they are on the internet and hopefully get a following and stuff like that. And these things just leading to disasters in people's lives, man, getting indictments and all type of crazy situations. Now, yeah, I'm talking about the Big U Rico case, and you know, the paperwork and stuff is coming out, and I'm talking about because I heard stories about these type of situations going on in Cali since I was in the league, and it was happening to football players, and as well as the basketball players, and so on and so on and so forth. And yeah, I'm pretty close to a player or players that it happened to, and I kind of know about it. But the thing about it, if you want to act gangster and act like you in the streets and and put out that energy, the streets and that gangster life will find you quickly, man. You don't want to be a part of that. You don't want to be in no indictment. You don't want to be around here acting, claiming this and that. Stop claiming gains. That is the worst thing to do, man. And like I said, I'm trying to spread this message as the big brother out here, big ump. But man, we got to be smarter than that, man. We have to be smarter than that. Once you tell these folks and these people you in the game, you in a criminal game, they have the right to pretty much do what they want to do with you. You know how easy it is to get a conspiracy or to get indicted? All that is a conversation with and them having to prove that that conversation was about to lead to something. You understand what I'm saying? You in the game, y'all had a conversation. Now all they got to do is connect the dots and make that shit lead to something. Stop incriminating ourselves out here, man. Our back is already against the wall. You know what they want to do with us. Don't help us out. Don't help it out, man. And yeah, man. So that situation is going on. It's crazy in Cali, man. There's a lot of people going down, and it's looking very bad. And then you got the people that get caught in these situations and doing wrong, and then they'll bring that business to somebody else to try to ruin your life. Y'all don't know much about. I done been through all this stuff, man. I done been lied on. People done tried to talk to the police to me. I done been through all type of lawsuits, so I got a lot of experience, and you got to know how to deal with these things. Life is a game. You got to know how to play the game, right? What I mean by that, the opportunities in life that life presents. You could go work at McDonald's, or you could make it to the NFL. You could go work at Kmart, or you can go be a lawyer, a doctor. These are the games in life. You got to play the game. You know what I mean? You got to go for the opportunities that are, you know, how do I put it? You need to go for bigger opportunities that are within your talent or the talent that you create, and play this game in life. Don't get caught up in the stupid part of the game in life, that the jail and the criminal charges, being a felon and all that stuff and tearing up your life. That life is a game, man. That Monopoly, when Monopoly first came out, I know everybody played Monopoly when we was kids and things like that. That was telling us about real life, how to execute in real life, and these things going on, but we didn't understand it like that. So at the end of the day, like I'm saying, life is a game, and you have to play this game accordingly to your best abilities to get yourself where you need to go. And that's Mr. Pick Six, man, preaching to everybody. You know what I mean? I hope we had a good time tonight. Man, stay out the streets. It ain't worth it in them streets. I'm telling you, man, any money you think you making, and the first time you go to, get in the situation and get jammed up, guess what's going to happen? It's over. You got to spend all that money. So, before I close out real quick, let me see what else we're going to wrap by. Let me look up something for y'all real quick one time. Anything I'm missing out here that just popped off live? But yeah, so let me look on Twitter one time. Chat live. We got here reverse topics. All that peace talk on the chat on and Cam, then these against Flip forever. Other than God forgive. Yeah, he got a long little message there. But hey, while we talking about it, man, dang, I forgot to talk about it. Cam Ward had his pro day today. I should have brought up the clip. It's right here. Let's hear what.
It's gonna make you nervous about making this transition into becoming an NFL player, and that could be on or off the field.
I haven't really thought about it. I probably still have to get into it first. Actually, being a quarterback, but on film, it's the same as college. Besides the D line, who's obviously better, every team playing against the highest paid defensive linemen, so the game could speed up a little bit. But just from a back end standpoint, a lot of guys want to put the safety high, 25 yards down the field, and leave the middle field wide open. So some teams who did that to us this year, they paid the price. I think some teams in the NFL did a lot.
That whole Cam Ward and Shador Sanders thing is crazy. But man, after watching Cam Ward's pro day today, man, if y'all ain't see, man, homeboy looked absolutely flawless. He was throwing darts. He looks NFL ready. Cam Ward is going to be the number one pick of the draft. Tennessee Titans was out there, and I'm telling you, Cam Ward is going to be the number one pick of the draft. He looked amazing out there. Yeah, man, Shador Sanders, he will be top 5. My opinion is the difference that separates these two, like I said, and I'm going to say it again since we are here vibing, you know what I mean? I think Shador Sanders is a better pure passing quarterback, right? He can throw the ball purely better, naturally better, in my opinion. Whereas Cam Ward, he did what he did at UM with less talent. And not only that, only in one season with that team, getting to know those fellas, know everybody's weaknesses and strengths and things like that. So you take those two, man, it's hard. But at the end of the day, too, this is another thing that I just came up with today, and I thought about the difference between Shador Sanders and Cam Ward, right? If you take Shador Sanders and put him in the NFL and he's starting on day one, and you take Cam Ward in the NFL and you start him on day one, who do you think does a better job? And really, I gotta, for some reason, I feel like giving the edge to Shador Sanders on that because I just feel like he's mature and he's more mature and ready for that moment and things like that. Whereas Cam Ward is the same thing too, but I just see it more in Shador Sanders for some reason. But Cam Ward, I'm sure, is probably gonna light it up too, first couple weeks in the NFL. But it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see these young men get drafted. My prediction is Cam Ward go to the Tennessee Titans, number 1 pick. Shador Sanders, man, it's gonna be a toss-up. I don't know if the Giants gonna pass on him. I don't know if the Raiders are gonna draft him with Geno Smith, but I would have to say, and the Browns looks like they have a lot invested in Deshaun Watson, so they might not go, they might not give up on Deshaun Watson yet. So it's probably looking like New York Giants, but I don't see him slipping out of top 5. That all that talk about him being brash and arrogant and things like that. That's for that's for the people who believe it. The Giants, who want him, they want everybody to believe that mess. So they can scoop him right up as easy as possible. You know what I mean? That's how I go in the draft and things like that. But say what needs to be said. It's Mr. Pick Six here. Y'all make sure y'all let Mr. Shannon Sharp know 5 seasons against a whole career. And you come back with them numbers and you tell me what is what, baby. Mr. Pick Six, they can't talk that shit like Mr. Pick Six, baby. Deuce here. We out.